Hey everybody, my name is CJ and welcome back to Bibles on a Budget. Today we're taking a look at the ESV Value Thinline Bible in Black Trutone. So in my previous reviews we were taking a look at other value offerings from Crossway, in particular their compact Bibles with the normal compact and the large print compact. Today we're just taking a look at their thin line value offerings. This is not a large print, this is a normal size print, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. But let's take a look at the outside real quick. So, like I said before, this is their Trutone, this is their imitation leather, it is in black, and it looks pretty nice. If you look very closely, if I bring it close enough to the camera, you can actually see that they've stamped in a grain on their fake leather, which is really nice. And then also you can notice that around the perimeter of the Bible, there is this line that goes from the top to the side to the bottom, and then around and so on. All right, so that is the exterior, at least the top. So let's look at the spine here. So this spine is blind stamped, and I don't know if the way that I have it zoomed in, I'm going to be able to get the whole thing in, but I'll show you what it has. So let's get up close here. It says Holy Bible, ESV, English Standard Version, Crossway. Now if you notice something, my copy, the one I purchased from Crossway, does have its stamping a little weird. If you look closely at the Crossway, if I can get in there, the Crossway looks a little cockeyed and stuff, but that's okay. Also, there are these tooled lines from the top to the bottom of the spine, which I really, really like. And in the back, same story as the front, stamped grain, and then you also have Trutone and the ISBN. It might be a little hard to see because it is black. Usually when you have something blind stamped and it's a lighter color like a brown, the darker parts of it kind of stick out. Let me give you an example. We bring in our old friend, the Value Compact, and as you can see, it kind of sticks out. The darker parts contrast with the lighter parts, and yeah, again, tooled lines, love those. Those are fantastic. All right, so enough of the exterior. Pardon the little specks on here, just little pieces of dust and stuff. Let's take a look at the inside. So, like the other value compacts and the other value Bibles that you're going to get in this line, paper paste down liner, super, unassuming, super simple, less durable than vinyl or actual lined. That's why, when you mess with these and you kind of manipulate, they're stiff because it's stiff paper, And then you have the same kind of paper over here. All right, so let's take a look at the inside. It's kind of a similar thing to actually the large print compact because we have a presentation page. Super simple, Holy Bible presented to you by On. Nothing too fancy, nothing too gaudy, just nice and clean. And then with every other Bible, you get a page that says, oh, this is the Holy Bible, ESV. And also, same deal, right? You get that same page here, but this time it tells you that it has the Old and New Testament and the Crossway logo down there. And yet again, Crossway copyright information, and then the contents of the Bible, Old and New Testament. And as you can see with the other compact Bibles, I was mentioning this is not compact, but the other value Bibles is what I meant to say. You can see the ghosting. But what's nice about this Bible, just like the large print, if I can get it in to the shot, is that you can actually see that this one comes with a table of weights and measures, but it also comes with a glossary, which is a little different than a concordance. A concordance actually allows you to see where those words are used in the Bible. A glossary actually gives you the definitions of those words. So as you can see, the glossary here is 823, and the table of measures is 821. All right, without further ado, let's get into the Bible itself. Yet again, it contains alphabetical order. You got your preface, you got your explanation of features, same stuff as the other Bibles. All right, so let us get into the Bible itself. And before I do, I forgot to show you guys the box. So here's the box. The box is just like the other ones. It is a slipcover, super simple. Here's the information on the bottom. This one normally retails for $15. I believe I got this for $12. If you are a Crossway Plus member, you can get 30% off this Bible, so it's actually going to be a little cheaper. And on the back, again, you have the features. This one has a 7.5 font, so it's almost an 8, a little smaller than an 8. It has a double column format, glossary, like I said before, lifetime guarantee, and again, same information, about the ESV, the other editions, and the digital access. Again, these covers, super simple, nice little information. So here is the intro to the Old Testament. Like I said, you get that first page, if I can find it. It says the Old Testament, standard in all Bibles. Here's Genesis. You get an example of the double column text. You have your chapter numbers in these giant numbers, giant bold numbers, and then you have the pericopes, the titles of the different sections, and so on. And then down at the bottom, just like with the previous ones, this is also a reference Bible and a footnotes. Well, I was about to say footnote-rich Bible. It's not. It's just tiny little footnotes. Tiny little footnotes. And your tiny little verse numbers. Now, let's talk about this font real quick. So this font compared to something like the little brother. Look at that. Look at that. The Bible can fit inside of the other Bible. Crazy, right? So we take a look at the text of this Bible. So here's Genesis. Let me get back to Genesis here. So here's Genesis, both these Bibles. Let me actually do that a little better. Hold on. Kind of scoot over. You can see that this script, or this font, is substantially bigger. I think this is a 6.75. I remember reading on the ESV, on the Crossway website, but you can double check that. And this is a 7.5, so this is 0.5 off from an 8, which the Value Large Print Compact Bible had an 8-point font. So, there's that. Now, before I go any further, I just want to make mention, I had a viewer kind of remind me about this, and this is an important thing to talk about. The binding on this Bible is not Smythe sewn. As far as I can tell from looking at Crossway's website, there's no mention of Smythe sewn. So I can only assume that this is a glued Bible. This is a glued binding. So take that as you will. If you're not scared of that, if you just want a nice cheap Bible to bring around that you're not afraid of banging up and stuff, this could work. Yet again, this Bible, from my eyes, looks line matched. Everything looks very well, so it helps reduce the ghosting. Looking at the ghosting though, again, cheap Bible paper, super thin, super see-through, and you can see that if I go to something like Job here, where there's a lot of poetry, you can actually see a lot of that ghosting. It might not be super clear from this distance, but if I just come over here, if you look over here, you can see the 21 from chapter 21. And yeah, so again, value Bibles, cheap paper, but still nice. And what's really great about these Bibles, from my look, is that if you put it flat like this, the text doesn't bleed into the gutter all that much. It does a little bit, especially here. There's a little bit of bleed through in there, but it's not too bad. Another thing about this Bible, like the previous ones, is if I can go to Matthew chapter 5, you'll be able to see it, is that there is no red letters. Most of this will be in red letter editions. So this is a black letter edition. Again, I think the reason why they do that is because it's probably more expensive to print red letter, because they have to use 2 different inks instead of the same ink for everything. So, yeah. Now this Bible also, even though it's a big Bible, even though it's bigger than the compacts, this one does not have any maps, but it does, like the previous large print compact, have the weights and measures. So you can check those out if you're in the Old Testament or the New Testament. You need to know what a denarius is, or a cubit, or a bath. You can come back to page 821. Along with that, you have the glossary, which is on the other side. It's on the other page. This is 823, I believe it is. So this would be technically 822. So here's the glossary, and the words are quite big, so you can tell what words. The script, I think the font for the definitions is probably similar to the smaller compact Bible. So it's still very tiny. And what's also nice about this is, from what I'm noticing here, you have some references to some stuff. So you're reading about this, it talks about they are not to be worshipped, and it gives definition, or gives references like Colossians 2:18 and Revelation 22:8-9. But yeah, so this is not an A to Z glossary. When I was looking at this earlier, this is actually an A to, let me get this over. This is actually an A to Y glossary, with the last word being, if I can get it in there, Yahweh. And yeah, which if you have a Legacy Standard Bible, you know that they have changed the capital L-O-R-D to Yahweh. That's pretty cool. Alrighty. So, final thoughts about this Bible. What do I think? Okay, so this is a $15 Bible, right? And so there's not too much to write home about when it comes to a $15 Bible. Now, I've heard that there are actually pretty decent $15 Bibles, but obviously when you get into $15, $20, you know, you're going to find even like these Bibles, this little guy right here. And actually, let me do a comparison, show you the size of this Bible and its bigger brother. So you can actually see here that the Value Compact is actually a lot thicker. And then, let me do one more comparison here. I actually have the large print, which is so much thicker. As you can see, so much thicker, right? And yet again, folks, no ribbons and no gilding, but what can you expect from a, $15 Bible? So yeah, so verdict. I like the look of the Bible. I've always been fascinated, or not really fascinated, but more like a fan of black Bibles. Always love them, no matter what they are, even if they're Trutone or if they're genuine leather or goat skin. I love black Bibles. Black Bibles are always super slick. I love that they're being bold with their imitation leathers, because if you remember the large print compact Bible, you got that nice perimeter little border design. That's pretty cool, right? That looks really cool. But all that to say is, again, I'm not a fan of the ghosting. The blind stamping on mine, I don't know if it'll be the same with yours, but the blind stamping is a little cockeyed. But honestly, folks, the aspect, the aesthetics, if you will, of the Bible shouldn't matter to us as much as the content. Even though I am a fan of beautiful Bibles, and I'm sure you are as well. But would I recommend this Bible? I would recommend it to the person maybe who, they don't like the smaller Bibles. I don't know, maybe you're fine with 7.5, you're fine with the ghosting, and you're fine with black letter, and you don't need fancy leather. You need a beater Bible. You need a Bible that can go with you anywhere, a Bible that maybe you're even willing to give away. So I would say that. But there will be a review coming up very soon where I will actually have a good deal on an actual leather Bible. Now, I'm going to warn you, it's not goat skin, it's not calf, but it is leather. So you can look out for that if you're looking for a nice, good quality ESV for a really affordable price. All right. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. Make sure to like this video, subscribe for more, hit that bell notification icon for more so you'll be alerted for my next reviews. And thank you guys for watching Bibles on a Budget. And remember, the truth does not have to be expensive. See you in the next one.